Anthony Marsella Jr. Fighting September 14th at Twin River Casino on CES Boxing's card. I was a little nervous at first about getting the right work. Obviously, the reason I went out to Vegas originally was to just seeking out better sparring, more sparring. But I want to take my hat off to Hector Bermudez's camp, Abraham Nova, and all the guys that he has in that camp. We worked with a few amateurs that he has. It was tremendous work. Ray Oliveira, who's been coming down for me, I think stylistically he's been real good work for the opponent I have. But first and foremost, I have to thank Abraham Nova because we've gone in countless rounds. Abraham Nova, he's a star man. He's a contender. He's 12-0 with 10 knockouts, I believe. You know, we came up in the amateurs together, and I mean, I'm not going to be fighting anybody like Abraham Nova. So to have that speed, that power, and that kind of boxing ability, you know, I'm not gonna face anything like that. So especially not in this fight. So I'm excited. Camp is I don't even count it. I really don't. A lot of people don't really know what was going on behind the scenes during camp. Real rough camp. Had some personal issues going on. Hey, I'm not even gonna take the time to address. Everybody asked me about that fight. Listen, I dug deep. I dealt with adversity. Personally, it was one of my favorite wins, knowing what I went through in camp. So to know that I dug deep enough to pull out that knockdown in the 5th round, which I believe earned me the win, and bounce back from, like I said, the adversity I was facing, I was proud of it. It's probably my proudest win so far. So to get through that, it's just another step forward in the right direction. And I gotta show out this next fight and show everybody really who I am. Matchup here, Brandon Berry, I don't know too much about. The last time I heard his name was actually in the amateurs. We were supposed to fight. My father used to throw amateur shows back home. He was supposed to be one of my opponents. They wouldn't take the fight, but I've heard about him. I've heard the whispers. I've heard, you know, he's doing his thing out in Maine. He's got a great looking record. He's 13-3. Tough guy, tough competitor. Personally, you know, I don't see any special effects. I don't see me having any problem, but I know he's a tough, rugged fighter. I know he's going to come forward. I know, you know, like you said, he's got I want to say, what, 8 knockouts or something like that. There isn't too much film on him, but yeah, to me, he's a straight up and down fighter. I got a game plan, and I'm going to execute. I think personally, this is going to be my show-out fight. Out of my 10th fight, well, this will be my 10th fight. This will be my show-out performance. I think everybody's going to start seeing who Anthony Marsella really is, because out of my 9 fights so far, nobody has seen the best Anthony Marsella. So I'm excited to really bring that to the stage for everybody at Twin River Casino, everybody in my hometown. So everybody asked me, you know, my father never boxed. He was a big Mike Tyson fan, but boxing never ran in the family, anything like that. It was just something that I picked up one day. My father wanted me to learn self-defense. I thought boxing was cool. You know what I mean? Everybody thinks fighting's cool when you're young. So, my father's behind me 150%. It's been me and him against the world, really. You know, I lost my mother when I was young. So, you know, having my father in my corner, you know, not just in boxing, but in life, like he's, no matter what I do, I know he's got my back 150%. He's the only guy I know in the world that I can trust. And to have him behind me, pushing me, whether it be, you know, if I need the money for training, if I need the support on the road, you know, riding behind me in the truck. When we were younger, he used to, on the way back from the gym, to make sure I was getting my runs in, he would drop me off. There's a McDonald's about 2 miles from my house, and he would make me run home just to force me to run, you know, but he'd be in the truck alongside me. And just to have that kind of support, to have somebody behind me that I know no matter what I can fall back on, I can depend on 150%. I mean, you can't replace that. There's not a lot of people to have someone like that in their lives. So to have my father behind me and support me like that, you know, it's just incredible. And he's not a boxing guy, like I said. You know, he's just, you know, he's a family guy. He's a family guy, and he's Italian. So, you know, we stick together. And I mean, I do it all for him. I really do. You know what I mean? I tell everybody, what's my goal? You know, it's to retire my father. That's really what drives me. Ultimate goal at this point in my career. My next goal, I believe I'll be fighting. You know, we're shooting to be fighting for the WBC youth title while I still can. That's an under 24 belt. I'll be 24 in February. We're shooting for that belt. So hopefully I'll have some hardware within the next couple of months around my waist. But my ultimate goal, I mean, listen, everybody wants to be a world champion, right? That's the goal in this game, to be a world champion. The money follows. But my goal in this game really is to take advantage of the sport, not to let the sport take advantage of me. I want to pull as much money as I can out of this game. I want to inspire others and let them know that with hard work, dedication, and belief, you can do whatever you want to do. Because, like I said, I fell into this. You know, nobody believed that I could do some of the things I've done in the sport. You know, from some of the fights I've won in the amateurs to, you know, the relationships I built over in Las Vegas, with Floyd Mayweather's camp. You know, you can do whatever you want to do. You just gotta go out and get it. And I want to be a guy who's, you know, represents it. I mean, you gotta believe in yourself. You know, it's all up here. Life, boxing especially, it's all mental. You can't let the naysayers, the people on the outside, affect your vision. You really can't. You gotta stick to the plan and work. You know, it's not all about. You can say it a million times in your head, but you gotta follow up with action. It's all about action and belief. And I believe it starts here. You gotta want it, and then you gotta go get it. That's it. It's that simple. It really is. I mean, everybody. I mean, there's a countless amounts of names that I could list off here. First and foremost, my coach, obviously, Victor Fagnet. My coach on Las Vegas, Chris Ben. Obviously, my father, as you heard. But everybody that's helped me in this training camp, from Nick to the guys in Hector Bermudez's camp. I could list a bunch of names, but you guys, you know who you are. I appreciate all of you, from my friends to my family to my coach to my team. Thank you guys for the support. And my sponsors. I mean, I could list all those, but I could just show you some of them on the back, you know. So everybody on this here, all those names on the back of this shirt. I mean, listen, you guys, anybody who knows the boxing game, I'm not making Floyd Mayweather money with under 10 fights. So these guys keep me afloat. They make sure that I can train to my best ability, having the right gear, the proper food. I got some of the guys on there who feed me. So I want to thank all my sponsors. Appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you for taking the time.